Data over drama. Let's dive into the data and get away from the drama of today's real estate market. So I've been looking at a lot of numbers recently in today's marketplace, and it had me thinking about if I was a buyer, what would be important to me? Is now really a good time to buy? So versus going off of my gut, let's go off of data. So here's what the data tells me. In January 2023, there is 70% more listings on the market than in January 2022. 70%. That is massive. That is almost double, guys. That's a massive amount of inventory. In May of 23, there's 16% more than May of 22. So that gap closed by over 50%. So that means that the inventory that was this massive gap, all of these homes on the market in January, now they slowed down in the month of May. And so before I kind of break that down, I just would encourage you to ask yourself, what does that mean? When there's less homes on the market, how does that affect your buying power, your situation as a buyer or as a seller? Now, let's move on to July. These are predictions of what July will look like. And July will be the first deficit of 2023, meaning you went from 70% in January to 6 months later, there is now a deficit in the marketplace. There is less homes on the market in July of 23 than there was in July of 22. So every single month that you wait to buy a home, there's gonna be less inventory available. And I would just ask you, how does that affect supply and demand? The simple economics of supply and demand. When there's less supply, what does that do to pricing? It makes demand go through the roof and prices continue to increase. We are in a very, very rate sensitive marketplace right now. Interest rates are all the buzz. I completely understand that. But let me show you a few stats that I found that were very, very helpful. Again, the data, not the drama. Let's talk about the data of interest rates. Interest rates are hovering today around 7%. The Fed met recently to talk about interest rates. And the news leading up to this meeting was all about how interest rates were going to continue to rise. That's what everyone predicted. But when they met, they made a decision. It's really odd that this decision they made. What they did was they actually made a skip, is what they called it. Rates did not go up, rates did not go down, rates did not pause, they skipped it. And so by definition, the next time that they meet, when you skip something, what do you have to do? You have to play catch up. And so if everyone predicted rates were gonna go up and they skipped the rate increase, what do you think that means the next time that they meet and they're gonna compound that skip into the next decision? My prediction is, based on those data, not the drama, my prediction is that interest rates are going to go up even more. So when that happens, where's your buying power gonna be 30, 60, 90 days from now versus where it's at today? Because not only are interest rates predicted to increase, also home prices are still continuing to increase. Let's go back to the supply versus demand. Home prices are increasing right now at up to 0.8% per month. This is a national stat. So let's use a real example. Let's say you're buying a $500,000 home. You wait 30 days. By that definition, it could cost you $4,000 more for that home just by waiting 30 days. In addition to all of those stats, there's actual projections that I've seen that home values are projected to increase 19% year over year. 19%. What would that do for that home that you're trying to buy? 19% is a massive number. That's if you're not paying a higher interest rate, which makes your payment go up more. So all of that being said, there's a couple other key points I want to point out. And this, again, I don't want you to take this as me pushing you to buy a home. If you don't want to buy a home, now is not the right time for you, I get it. But I think there's a massive opportunity for those that choose to see this market as an opportunity. Me personally, I'm buying investment properties left and right. I've made 5 offers on properties in the last week. I truly believe this. In addition to all of those stats, in addition to the supply and demand, in addition to interest rates continuing to increase, in addition to home values continuing to increase, there's something else that I want you to think about. What are buyers waiting for right now? Every single buyer that we talk to says, I'm waiting for interest rates to drop. Everyone's waiting for interest rates to drop. What do we know now that we know what the Fed has done? They're not gonna drop anytime soon. Could they drop? Will they drop? I believe they will. Let's move ahead 6 months. And let's say that in 6 months, the interest rates make a drop, 12 months, whatever number you wanna put, the interest rates make a drop. What is going to happen? We have low supply, we have tremendous demand, home values are still increasing, and then interest rates drop. What's gonna happen to the marketplace? I don't have a crystal ball, I can't predict the future, but basic economics and this data tells me it is going to be a frenzy. There's already no houses to buy. Home values are already increasing. Your buying power is already getting less and less month after month. And so if you're waiting for rates to go down, you're gonna compete against everyone else that is trying to buy. You thought the pandemic market was crazy? You had to waive inspections, 10 offers on a property. Just wait till this happens. I think it's gonna be the pandemic 2.0. I think it's going to go crazy, and it's going to get a lot of buyers out of the marketplace because of all of these stats stacking on top of each other. I am buying everything that I can buy because I truly believe this is happening. And I want you to open your eyes. If you're open-minded, you really want to upgrade your home, you really want to move to a new area, now is going to be the best time in the next 3 years that I see. Again, that is my opinion. That is not a fact, but all that data shows me that's what is going to happen. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out. All of our agents here at Matt Smith Real Estate Group are willing to help you through this, want to work through your situation. Again, not to convince you, not to influence you, to just educate and inform you so that those decisions that you are making, the biggest purchase or sale of your life, is a huge decision for you. We think it's important you have the right data and you don't go off of drama. If we can ever be of assistance, please reach out to us here at Matt Smith Real Estate Group, and we look forward to talking to you soon.